Hey, I think I've got everyone. I've had some issues with live stream tonight because when I log onto this device, um, gosh, I'm scruffy. I've been at work all day. Sorry. When I log onto this device, I end up with, oh gosh, does it look old? No live stream. So I think we've got the live stream. I don't know who changed and who didn't and what's here and whatever. We got 36, which is awesome. 27 now. So, gosh, I look tired. Sorry. I'll try not to look at that. It works. Is everyone here? I started this live stream on my laptop like yesterday, which stuffs me up. And when I got to starting it on my tablet, it was nowhere to be seen. So I've set up another one and I think everyone's moved across. Anyway, we've got live stream and it looks the same. If there's anyone over on the other one, they need to get over here. Thanks, Craig. Thanks for that. I seriously will shut the other one down, and I probably should shut it down because there's links everywhere for that, which is a bit of a problem. Anyway, sorry about that. Who's happening? What's happening? It's everything sort of. I'm still sort of in my work clothes. Sorry. I'm mirror image here. And I don't usually do videos like this. I probably should do them more often, but I've had to come home and clean that side of the workshop instead of that side of the workshop, which changes the cone of cleanliness, and that's a bit of an issue. But I'm going to give, there's an announcement to make, or some announcements to make tonight, and I guess that's why you're all here. This is going to confuse Mike from Cornwall. That's fair enough. Maddie's there, awesome. Warren's there. Warren's been there for an hour. Use a Sparkle Rotor at work today. That's kind of how I am with live stream. I'm right on that level. My nails are filthy because I was up. Here's the problem. This is why my eyes look like this. I was up until like midnight last night because this piece of aluminium from Man Cave didn't turn up until yesterday afternoon. I was expecting it last week. No one's blame except for probably the postal system and stuff, and the fact that it come from Melbourne, and Melbourne's in like crazy lockdown, and it's reflective, which changes the white balance. So Fridge is just here for the free cookies. Fridge has got some news. I don't know if you all follow his channel, but he hasn't published it there, so I probably won't share it. But he's got an exam this week, which is awesome. Who else? Ted's here. Craig's here. Thanks, Dan. Machine NZ's here. Tommy Gun's here. Go Create Hobbies here. Cam at Battler's here. It's awesome to see you. Greg Koenig's here. I'm just scrolling through. This side camera is much better. I should use this more often because I'm not getting this zoom in and out when I scroll, which is cool. Chirpy's here. G'day, Chirpy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. JB's here. Aluminium it is. This is aluminium. Dan's getting his Steam drivers assessment, which means good news for his channel. all he needs to do is actually publish some content. Rustanox is here. Good to see you, Rustanox. Garden Route Machine Shop's here. That's awesome. Good to see you. Hey, from South Africa for Garden Route Machine Shop. AIDS Workshop's here. He's only here for 10 minutes work coffee break. Oh gosh, we better get these announcements kind of up soon. What are we up to? 39. We're going to wait to 50, or we're going to announce now and make everyone come back for it after their coffee break. Hey, don't stress about the quality, Dan. Fridge, just put it up. We'll assess that. Dennis is here. Dennis is the man. He's here. Represent America. Richard Mayer. Stephen Lang is here. Hey, Stephen. Prezzo checking in. Wow, okay. I actually sent you some stickers this week, Prezzo. I'm sorry about that. It's been so long, it just hasn't got there. And there's some other stuff in the bag as well. The Eddies is here. Wow, that's awesome. Awesome video from the Eddies. If you're watching that, it's a pretty cool video, actually. It was a late run and made us think pretty hard about judging. Craig Tate's here. I'm up to 40. Pool gear videos, yeah, they're a bit of a problem, actually. I've been watching those too because I've got a project that's similar, sort of, except 100 years older. Peter Noddle's here. Gosh, everyone's just counting. Elvis is here. So what's happening? About 3 weeks ago, and it's not quite 3 weeks. What's today is 19th. Yeah, kind of is 3 weeks. Sorry. About, yeah, only 17 likes. That's a bit slack. Aekus is here. Tell us a bit about yourself. Where are you from, Aekus? We only watch one video a year from you, so I'd love to see a bit more about you. Anyway, the policeman says, click like. It's awesome having blue wrenches that, gosh, my hair. Anyway, about 3 weeks ago, the TMC 2020 competition finished, and it's awesome. We got 35 entries. It's crazy. We're keeping the winner a secret, yeah, until everyone says clicks like. Not that it makes a lot of difference, but it's awesome. About 3 weeks ago, the competition finished, and me being slack, and also the field being fairly tough, to be honest. There's some pretty tricky competition there. There's some awesome videos. I kind of procrastinated making this, and I was going to make just do it, Dan, we don't care. So I'm going to start calling you Dan now, and that's terrible. Anyway, there's some awesome competition. It was 35. Maybe we should all go through them all first and make sure everyone's watched them. Has everyone watched them? Yeah, Craig's got a lot of clamps there. He's gluing up a workbench, which is solid. That's going to be awesome. If anyone's seen that on Instagram and on his channel, I think all he's done is glue things up. Shout out if you're not here. That's right. Necklace Workshop's here. We should have a look at this. Got a message this week from Vodafone saying that I haven't used all my data for this month, which has got to be a first. Anyway, pretty pleased about that. Just sharing. I get a lot of comments about my mill table lift and how I should just use an old car jack. Probably isn't going to happen, so stop sending those comments. We'll do something more decorative than that, promise. So Hal's here. That's awesome. Good day. Hal's got broadband, which has made a huge difference to Hal's social life by the look of it. No, probably not. Joseph Dirt is here. Hydraulic bottle jack. It'd be nearly as good as your new meal, Maddie, with a hydraulic bottle jack. Alexandra Schaefer's here. Awesome. That's great. So let's have a look. Let's go through this list a bit. Powered lathe top slide. I watched all these videos about 5 times, like honestly. No, that works. How? And still haven't got any conclusions, but there's a few that stood out, so we're going to give them prizes, which is kind of cool. There was one from Cam, which was first, which was pretty awesome from Cam, because he's crazy busy and he's got basically nothing else to do with his life, obviously. I should have got some junk up there on top of that cupboard, none of which is really important. I should toss it all out. Anyway. A windy thing for his lathe top slide. Awesome video. Thanks, Cam, for entering. That's great. One from Fixer of Broken Stuff. That was pretty cool. Making a Spindexer. One from Matty on making a puller. That was a pretty good job. Who's here? Who's listening? As we go through them, you can put your hand up. One from Go Create Hobby Machine Shop on making a floating reamer. That was a pretty good video. I like the green in his thumbnails. I'll give him that. One from Rustanox on making a illuminator, like a workshop illuminator, which was a pretty useful thing. Rustanox has got nothing better to do either except make videos, but we're really, really, really glad that he did, because it's always good from him. One from Joshua Reich on Reich, am I saying that Reich? On the CNC camera mount. Love to see some more on that if it's ever finished. Maybe there is a video already on it being finished. I haven't seen it pop up in my subs list. One from JB from Oz. JB from Oz is here somewhere. I'm making an awesome CNC laser cutter, which would be pretty useful for me at the moment. I'm making like gaskets and stuff. Good video from PGS, Peter down in Melbourne, who's probably not here, but one of his best videos of all time, I think. I'm making a bandsaw table. It's a Foundry video. There's one from, my list says the amazing Mark Presling, and that sort of sums it up, on a rotary demagnetizer, which is useful to anyone. I have magnet, especially with grinders. I have magnetism problems. There's one from Aid's Workshop. I'm making angle blocks 4 ways. It's a good video. Actually, a really good video. Not that they all aren't. They're all excellent, but really enjoyed that one. Works by Solo. Made one. Don't think he's here, so I can say I think he just rebadged an old video. Does that get you brownie points? Not sure, but it was pretty good that he entered. It's awesome. One from Matt's on making an arbor. Matt's Peterson's probably his first video. So we've got to give him points for that. Craig, that basically cuts out the first rule of life. And where are you then? You know, he with or she with the most tools wins. And that's, if we discount that, then there's nothing. Sorry, it's not going to work. Power drawbar from Adventures in Trial and Error. That was a really good video too. Excellent. Fixture plates from Aaron Engineering down in Melbourne. It was a CNC video. I think it was our only CNC video. There's one from Poppy, which was Poppy's first real project video. It's awesome. I think he's watching there. Somebody, hey Poppy, if you're over there, watch that one a few times. Now, there's one from Tommy Gun, or two videos from Tommy Gun Machining. Tommy really had a bit of a go with this. I think he's kind of a natural. He made a cinematic video on this, and you should check that out because no one did. It hasn't had any views really. And he did a video on how to actually make the thing, which has had like viral views. So I don't know what the story is there. But you should check out both of them. And to be honest, yeah, it's people like Tommy that make the whole thing difficult to judge. He wasn't the only one, but it got a bit tricky there. And then there was a second video from Matty, which is awesome. Matty's Workshop for a boring head. That's a good video. Good tool. Really nice job. We're totally interested, Tommy, because we could all learn from that. There's a vice stop from Ted Rosa, which was awesome. That was actually his second video, but he tried a bit hard with this one, and it's a really good video. Check that out. Some cool effects there that I'd never seen before. Some good ideas there. Then there was, I put about 4 or 5 videos in from the Eddies on actually making the DIY coaxial indicator, which is kind of a cool project too. Nice job. Nice job. There's also a video from Tom on hex rotary grinding. I put that in the playlist too because it's kind of a bit, you should check that out if you're thinking about making it. Hit up Man Cave if you're in Australia, because Man Cave Metals, I believe now, have got a kit for that, and Tom actually sells drawings. Nigel over at Go Create, he's got drawings available too. You should hit him up too. So they're both pretty good projects, and you should make them or put them on your list of things to make. There was an awesome video from Just One Guy Metalworks on making a soft face mallet or hammer. Really good. Really good video. Enjoyed that a lot. There is one from a channel called Rusky World Shit on a ball turning tool, which is food for thought too. That was a good video. Gosh, there's a lot of them. One from Craig's Workshop on vice hold downs, which don't unfortunately work for my vice, because my vice, which is over there on the mill, hasn't got anywhere down the sides, I don't think, to actually hold the thing down. That's a bit of a problem, but we're working out something different for that. There's one from Machine NZ. That was a good video on making a optical center punch. Really nice job. Rope knurls a lot. Don't hold back. Yeah, Tommy, it's awesome. Yeah, that's the sort of stuff that should be in YouTube videos. As That's what it was. It was the silicon rubber, I think he said. Probably mats I can. Well, we're going to change the subject, but yeah, probably I could mill a slot down the side. We might do that. BMS 254 made a weld up, a dovetail and then weld up angle plate, which was a good job. That was pretty nice work, I thought. And then there's another video from the 80s. They're coming through right through. Ventures with a very small lathe, making something that's way too big for your lathe. With a small lathe. Making a boring head adapter, which was a good job too. Awesome blacksmithing video from DIY VT. He always makes good videos for TMC 2020. And there's Holdfast for a mill, for a woodwork bench. Go and check that out. One from Craig Tate on the tap wrench. I think this is Craig's first full-length video. So yeah, it's good stuff to come out of Craig Tate's channel, I think, in the future, because it's a really nice job. Some close-ups wouldn't have hurt, but it's a really nice job. One on rebuilding a forging hammer from the Buildist. Another good video. See, all these are amazing, really. Dirty Barry, a clutch die stock build. A tailstock die holder with a clutch in it is a really awesome build too. One from Tinker on making a pretty basic tool that everyone probably needs. Up Tony made a good video on casting lead hammers. That's a bit of a theme there. Next one was, are you getting sick of this yet? We got 42. Someone's left. One from Garden Route. Is it Garden Route? Garden Route, do you call it like here? Do you call it Garden Route in South Africa? Or do you call it Garden Route like America? Don't know. But that was a surprise entry and a really good video. And I hope we see lots of new videos from you guys. Looks like there is you guys. You've got a whole editing team and everything. And it's another late entry that made it really difficult to judge, actually. It's a good video. Next was like the official entry for the Eddies. So there's plenty of watching there. It's a pretty good. Hal's running out of battery on an iPad. I can lend you a charger, but go and plug it in somewhere. We'll give you a minute. AECS on vice hold down clamps. There's another set of them. Also need a mill down the side of the vice. Might have to upgrade my vice, to be honest. One from Matthew Tinker on making tangential tool holders. I've got a Eccentric Engineering one, which is too big for my lathe, which I don't use very often now. I've got this new tool post. But these come up pretty nice for the way you made them. A really nice job. Matthew Tinker, they're awesome. Made to hack, made a hand scraper. Good video too. And then the last one, which was like 10 minutes before shut off. There's be some discussion about whether it's route or route, but anyway, in Australia, a garden route is something that Dan Shed probably has on his channel. Anyway, the last one was from Shadow Dog 500, which brings us to prizes. Don't have any of them here, which is a first, really. Can't show you. But first prize was from Shadow Dog 500, who was a winner a couple of years ago. I'm Tasmanian, so I'd probably say only with someone who's not related, Craig. Anyway, Shadow Dog 500 put his hand up and said, "Hey, look, can I help? And this is what I'd like to buy, this, or this. What do you want?" Which was awesome. And we made a decision to gosh, have you seen him, Tommy? I don't think it'd sell. Made a decision to find a Noga, like top of the range Noga indicator holder, which is really nice, and a Mitutoyo Imperial indicator, which is great. So that's the grand prize. Pretty awesome, really. If you look at my original video, he had some footage of that he sent through. Now, Tommy Gun Machining, who probably thinks he's going to keep these because there's no competition. Don't know if that's how he thinks, but he put up a set of hardness tester files, Super Saiyan Japanese hardness tester files. They're pretty awesome. They're probably worn out by now, but who says I'm going on? I might just cut the stream now. But yeah, good luck to everyone. Nice set of hardness tester files, probably worn out by now. I only tested once, apparently, because when you need them, and that's fair enough. So he's posting them off to someone too. And Stefan Gottswinder, who we probably should all go and check out his channel. If you don't watch Stefan's channel, you probably should. Craig, we got it. Stefan put up a set of precision ground flat stones, which is the only place you're going to find this particular set. We've had these before, and Stephen Lang donated a set last year, which was awesome. And I've got a set of his stones, and they're great, but I haven't got a set of Stefan's stones. And street cred means that someone's going to get a set of Stefan stones. And if he gets them posted out. So they're the three prizes, really. So who do you think wins? Gosh. Who wins? Oh, JB's got a set. No, I don't think I think he's not compensating for anything, Craig. I think he's good either way. So you might get something special if we ask him nicely. So who wins? We should start, I guess, saying that we're mixing up some prizes. Like the reasons we're going to give them out isn't going to work, so we're mixing them up. All right. So you may think you're ringing for something, but you're probably not. So I guess where do we start? Where do we start? Probably okay. We'll leave the grand prize to last. First, let's go with third place then, righto. Let's go for third place. I don't know if there's third place. They're all for different things. I don't think any of these videos were first, second, and third. I really don't. There's some good stuff. Some of them appeal to us on some level, and some of us appeal to us on an extra level, I guess. But they're all good videos, and I hope they all got some views, because that was the whole intention behind this, and got everyone who's sitting at home on lockdown something to watch. Anyway, so there's a prize that needs to go out, which is a set of hardness tester files. And I guess for the video that showed the best workmanship and easiest to watch and a pretty good effort, really. It was a tool that was copied from another one. That made you all jump up, didn't it? And it was a pretty good effort, and it was way above this person's confidence level and video editing level. It was a good video. So that prize goes to Matty's workshop for his boring head. So can we have a round of applause for Matty? Because I think that's pretty well deserved. I didn't know who to give this to, and when we weigh it all up, I think he's the guy who should have it. So Matty's workshop, I think that's pretty... I don't think I need to justify that. I'm not going to back down on this anyway, whatever happens, but I think that's pretty well deserved. He's a good community member, and besides that, he made a good video. Told ya. Yeah. Anyway, it was pretty good video, and you should go and check it out. That's the one I was sort of thinking was going to be. It's a good video, and he's not a bad guy either. Go and check him out and subscribe to his channel. So next one is for cinematography, and there's really only one. Sorry, there's some good videos. There's some really good videos, actually. There was some pretty close runners up. That one from Tommy Gun Machining, that was excellent. That was really good. There was one from... everyone had a bit of a go, but there was some pretty good... some pretty good storylines and some good fun watches. Anyway, if you're holding your breath... Okay, the next one, which was going to be the... Yeah, anyway, set of stones from Stefan for cinematography. Yeah, we've got to give it to Tommy. Like, seriously. Tommy Gun Machining for his rotary brooch. Really good video. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's good fun watch. It's every time you look at it, there's more to see. He's put a lot of work in it. Yeah, Tommy Gun Machining, absolutely. So we'll get Stefan to send him a set of stones at some point, or I might. He's got a parcel coming to me. If you're watching this, Stefan, you have a parcel coming to me. Maybe you could put them in and combine them. And then there's two things to go missing. So that was a pretty good video, and something he put a lot of work into. I think, Tom, you've really put some effort into that, and I appreciate that. And it was a good video, and it should have got more views than it did. Anyway, so the other ones, there's still one more, and they're all good videos. If we discount those, because I'm not going to give the same prize to two people, or the two prizes to the same person. So we discount those two. We've still got a grand prize to give out to someone who has to have made a little bit better of an effort than both those guys. So who's making guesses, eh? I'm loving the suspense. Like, I really am. Yeah, that's why we did that, Tom, because it'd feel really crap saying, yeah, just keep them when you bought them. So they're all pretty good prizes. I think anyone would be glad to have either. I would be pretty keen to have either of them. So there's a grand prize, and I'm just wondering. Oh, that's a bit crap, Tom. Anyway, I'm just a bit wondering. Well, how long or what I can procrastinate this on. Gosh, Eddies. Whoa. Come on, let's hear some cheers for some videos. Who's everyone going for? Who should win? Eddie's got a supporter there. Eddie's was a good video. Absolutely. We really looked hard at that. We've looked hard at all of them, but that was one of them. Come on, no clues. Well, who is everyone rooting for? Maddie says Remachak. Alexandra says Garden Route Machine Shop. Well, yeah, that was a pretty good video, and I hope we see lots more out of them because that was a bit of a surprise at the last minute. Nakla says Nigel's Rima. Mark Osborne says Nigel. Come on, we're all a bit quiet there. No one wants to speak up. Anyway, we'll just announce it, hey? We'll just announce it. Because grand prize for Bill Todd's bias too. He's John Creasy's just turning up. He's been in the gym, obviously. Grand prize. Grand prize for TMC 2020, which is awesome. It's a parcel that's been posted from the States. It's pretty nice. Really pretty chuffed to be able to give this away for someone else. It's awesome. And a pretty big decision to make to actually to find someone. But I've talked to the guy who's given it out, and Stephen and I had a bit of a video chat about it the other night and a couple more before. Don't know. Really don't know. No, I do. So here we go. Grand prize, TMC 2020. For an amazing video. Really good storyline. Good fun. Beautiful workmanship. Very watchable. Nigel at Go Create for floating reamer holder and that awesome video. So there you go. Grand prize winner. I'm pretty pleased with those choices, I think. So I think they're... Everyone else, it was tough. Like, seriously, it was tough. But they're the three that really stood out. And I'm not going to say they were miles ahead of any of the others because they were all pretty good. Pretty good videos. But that's where we're at. So for all those that come in late, those at the back, all those that come in late, there was a prize to Maddie's workshop for his awesome boring head build, really pushing boundaries. And there was one for Tommy Gun Machining for his rotary broach, which was also pushing his boundaries, I imagine. And one for Nigel at Go Create, who also really made a bit of an effort. So they're guys that really stood out. Everyone else did too, and we really enjoyed watching your videos. Hope you got some subs and some likes and stuff, and some some views and maybe even some revenue out of this, all of you. Yeah, you totally need to, Mark. That's the problem, and we'd like to see your spin on it. I'd like to make one too, but it's on the list of projects fairly well down the back. Anyway. Oh, you can see my hand if I use that one. Let's move this one. There we go. So there we go. Anticlimax. What everyone else thought. Someone send Quinn a message and get her to enter next year, please. Bit slack. Bit slack. The more of these big channels, and Quinn is a big channel now. I mean, she doesn't have a lot of space between her words, but she's kind of got a fairly big following and she does some cool stuff and she's a good teacher. So go and check out Quinn. But that's Blondie Hacks. But she should be entering. Bill Todd's going to enter next year. Oh my gosh, we're going to have one next year. I don't know. Everyone's really pushed themselves. I'm glad we had a 20-minute rule because that was the biggest challenge for a lot of creators. I know that a lot of you really struggled with that, and the really good videos were well under that, so it's doable. It's doable. Except for Maddie's. Maddie's was 19 minutes and 57 seconds or something, so Chirpy's been crazy. Oh, Tip Blitz 2020. That's such a huge job, Tom. Like, seriously, the Tip Blitz thing was, like, seriously, that was a crazy big job. Organising that and getting it to where it went is, I don't know if I've got that patience, to be honest. We'll see. But 2020 has nearly disappeared. I've got an engine to build. I've got some dusting to do over there in the corner too. That's terrible. Sorry. This is all storage space that should go somewhere else. It needs a cabinet somewhere else, and that's where it ends up, is on top of that cabinet. No, they don't, Craig. No one's got a clue. I answered emails left, right, and centre 3 times a day on people who weren't sure, and people like Tom Lipton who got it mixed up. Anyway, that's that. We can all dissipate now, or you can stop around for the fun. Gosh, we got 43 minutes getting through that. Sorry. 44 minutes to actually announce winners. So that was not a bad effort. This community stuff's really good, but it is a lot of work. Like, it really is. It's a crazy big job to organise and add yours, Fridge. Not if you're going to do that thing in the garden, though. I really don't want to know about that. And it's suspicious if we got you drunk. That's what had happened. Anyway. I haven't done any work. I've only organised the competition and people put their hand up and said, hey, here's some prizes. And all you guys that made videos and edited them down to under 20 minutes, you're the ones that have done the work. And for that, I really thank you. That's awesome. Like, it really is. Didn't see a video from Dennis. I'm guessing he's still there watching in the background, but we didn't see that. Anyway, it's an awesome community, and this stuff is happening, but it's not all on me. Someone else has got to have a go too. Didn't get a video from Dennis. Haven't had any videos. Thanks, Eddie's, for an awesome video. Go and check out the Eddie's videos, because that was a really awesome build. He put a lot of work into that, and I didn't think he was going to get it finished, but he did. Like, I really didn't think he was going to finish it. And it turned out pretty nice. I like the design. Really do. Roger's off too. Good to see you. JB from Oz, no post today. No post. I got this block of aluminium from Man Cave, which has already been turned into what I was going to turn it into. Nothing else has happened. So this engine's in bits everywhere here on the bench. I'm going to turn this over to the other camera, and we're going to have a bit of a look at that if anyone's interested, because I've got some exciting news about that too. So here we go. Right. Hey, surprise! It's not any cleaner on this side of the bench. I don't believe it would be much easier this year. Snow in South Africa. Wow, that's cold. Okay. It's snow in Tasmania too, the other week. Did I lap the valves? No, not yet. Richard, is people like you what cause unrest? There's Max. G'day. My phone's here on the bench still. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. I'm going to move this over a bit further, because I don't know if you can see all this. It seems to be. There we go. Try that. Need tiny suction cup for lapping? Yes, have you got one, John? Have you got anyone got any ideas about suction cap? Someone said use an electric drill. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm still jury's still out on that. I don't think it's probably recommended practice, but it probably works. Sorry to the person who said that, but we're still thinking about it. Hercus Green, if you Google that number. No, I'm good. Okay, Craig Tate, did we have Windy Hill Foundry cast engine? His pricing's pretty jolly good, and I can't complain about anything because he did this for me, and that's awesome. Clark got in touch 2 years ago and said, hey, look, have you got a casting project? I'd love to do it for you. Hit me up, which was pretty much what he said, and it was awesome. And I said yes, which she probably regrets every inch of the way, because this was a crazy project and it was a crazy casting, and it was something that any sane foundryman would say, yeah, that's not going to work, don't even bother. Are we here? Yeah, it looks like we're back. So yeah, I think we cut out, but I'm here, I think. Anyway, he did them for me and his pricing was excellent, but that was for me, and I'm not sure about his shelf price, but he does do one-offs and that's worth a lot, I think. So there you go. Chirpy probably would have poured it and cursed me forever. Because there were some issues with this casting that you probably wouldn't find in most castings that you ever make, in that some of it's really thin, some of it's really thick. There's some awkward corners. If we have a look, while it's in parts, it's actually pulled down. So we can have a look. Take care, Richard. Thanks for joining us. This has got a core through the middle, and then there's a core through that, right, for the bore. There's a toe in under there, and there's a gap in under here. So there's a landing under there. And if we have a look over here, this actually continues back in under here, which was probably a mistake and we should have made it solid. Having this in here was a bit of a problem. And also this here, if you're going to pour it this way, there's some problems here as well. This is... it was a pretty challenging casting, to be honest. So if you're going to get him to do something, don't make him do one of those. Chirpy's been casting iron, if you have a look at his last couple of videos, yeah. And probably doing all right. But there's a lot to learn, I think, and he's the man to do it. Anyway, it's pretty thin here. So that's why we didn't cast in aluminium and put a sleeve in it, which was what I would have liked to have done. Didn't happen because there's only about 3 millimeters in here. Well, do you want to? I was get Clark to send you a set of patterns, and you make another one of these. But no, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, and really. And I'm glad that Clark stuck with me, and he made a good set of those. But anyway, news on the engine. Look at this. This one's not right yet. It still needs a space in here. I've still got to modify this a little bit. But if we take this split pin out and slip this off, Stephen Lang will be pleased that I put an actual valve seat in there, which looks pretty good. these are fairly deep, or as deep as I'd like them to be. I think the valve seat's on the right place on the valve. I'm suspicious that these valve core guides are a little bit looser than they should be, but they still slide pretty nice and there's no rock in them really. So we've got valves. We've still got to put a hole here and a hole here to meet through on these, to meet up with that, which I'm nervous about too, but less nervous about it than actually getting the valves to come through and to line up in the middle of these bushes or protuberance, which is what they did. Hey Ace. Take care. Ian, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the effort and awesome video. Go and check out Garden Route Machine Shop. You really probably should hit him up. Give him a subscription. Craig. Yeah, it's a gas engine. So there we go. This is a learning curve for me. That's why it's got valves. And this is the cylinder head. That's a spark plug, which a lot of steam engines don't have. So there's another bolt hole goes in here for the manifold, which goes under here like this and clamps on. Look at that. And there's a muffler out this side. It's probably helpful. And I don't know if it's on the actual exam fridge. So there we go. There's still a little bit of work to be done for this. I had a sort of a lucky chance today, and I put a battery in a watch for a guy who actually has a Springworks across the road from work. So I'm going to go and hit him up about an intake valve spring, because I think the one I've got is a little bit too heavy. This rocker's all gone on this week. Set this up in the 4-jaw. I don't know if anyone saw posts on Instagram. That's still got to be cleaned off there if that's the right length now. But I made this, which goes over there and bolts on with 3 bolts for the head, like 3 head bolts. And then I clamped this and machined this to round and flat on the front. And then I had something to grip in the 4-jaw and set these up properly on center here. And that way they're all go through straight to the surface and everything. And I'm pretty happy with that. So, bit of a job. What does the spark plug do? Yeah, it goes bang. Take care, Kevin. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the time and making a video. Really enjoyed your video. Next year we probably need more prizes. There we go. Did I have any chilled pots in this casting? In this one? No. This is a beautiful casting. That's really nice. Really impressed with that. The crank had some issues. This casting, I don't believe that it's chill. I really don't. I think it's turbulence that's washed out the sand, and I think there's sand in the cast iron, and I think that's where we had localized problems in here and localized problems in here and around here. I believe that that's what's caused it. So it's pattern making probably more than actual foundry work. I think, Chirpy, if that answers any questions there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's how it is. And Stephen Lang's an awesome help. Like, seriously, without touching base on him on everything. He's also responsible for sharing all your videos on Facebook, which is awesome. Really is. And they all got as many shares as I possibly could, and hopefully you got some new likes and subscribers from that. That was the whole aim of the whole thing. So that's why I show you this stuff, Peter, because maybe you think all I do is talk, but if I actually show you some progress during the week, then it feels like I'm actually doing something. And that's where I'm at. I've got a gas bottle valve. Check that out. Pretty cool. I've got a gas bottle for it too. I've got some rubber hose and I've got a regulator. It's all got to be put together. Couldn't find the gas nipple, so I'm going to have to make one out of this to go on the rubber hose. So that's all a learning curve too. Thanks, Mike. Anyway, waiting for gaskets. JB sent some nice braided wire, which is awesome, and that's coming. What else am I waiting for? There's a few things. Mostly I was waiting for this because I couldn't really go ahead with this any further without that. But now we've got like actual valve guides in, seats in. We can machine this. And when the gaskets come, we can start putting this back together. And hopefully it'll run. How cool is that? So really we're a matter of weeks away from the frustration of finding out it won't run. Let's put it in that way. Oh, Craig. There's Craig has offered to make a base for it too, which is really nice. Really, all you guys have been pretty helpful with this, and it's because of the encouragement of all the other channels and stuff to watch on the weekends and me getting enthusiastic about things that this has actually got to this point. The other great thing that made this happen was Patreon, and I really appreciate you guys. You know who you are. Yeah, that's it there at his workshop, Tom. It's 170 mil thick and it's about however many meters long. It won't move much. So yeah, the smiley face was on that bit of aluminium, which I posted on Instagram, was from Glenn's work at Man Cave, I guess. It was to make up for not cutting it off square. Oh, ouch. 170 millimeters is at 6 3/4 inches. There we go. No, it wasn't far out. I think the end you cut was fine. Whatever the other end was a bit rough, but I think you got it off cut. But yeah, it would have been nice to be able to pour this and do it, but I don't know whether it would have been any cheaper. It's easy to get it and come, and there's no inclusions or anything in this. It took me about an hour to machine that up so it fits the head and bolt it up, and we missed one bolt hole almost there, so it was strong enough to hold it. Anyway, that's what we're working on. Hopefully this week, I would like to get these ports in here, this head all back together, put a muffler on it, I've got a question for all you guys, smart people. I have this. Gosh, I'm going to drop that. I have this CM6 Sparkplug, which I guess should have some sort of a Sparkplug terminal on it. How do I make one that looks good and traditional on that without having a rubber boot that covers the whole engine up? What would you do about that? It's just got a groove around it like that. Anyone's got any ideas, hit me up. Really would like to know. Anyway, Maddie's out. Knackler's Workshop's out. You're out? Oh, right. We're out with questions. Fair enough. That's about one of that's the little things that we're still working out. No, tab doesn't screw off. It's just a ring terminal with a split. I guess that's what it is. That's probably what I'll make. We'll see. But they're all. I want something that looks nice and neat on my nice little bit of braided wire. So we'll have to have a look around for that. Like to know how a buzz coil works? I can probably organise a video on that. To be honest, when I started this, I had every inspiration or idea of making a buzz coil for it. It's drag on long enough. It's way heaps long enough. Like, seriously, 30 parts for this engine. It's crazy. Trouble is with finishing it is I have to work out what to build next. And probably need to finish something first. A couple of things. Female spade connector will fit straight on. And we'll have a look at that, Peter. That might be as easy as that. There's definitely a rotary brooch to make. I've got all the materials here nearly now. There's also a floating reamer holder, which would have saved me getting these a fraction oversize. There's something else I'd like. 19% left. Time to go. Thanks, Craig. Thanks for your entry. That's awesome. Everyone go and subscribe to Craig, please. Ace, that's an awesome lead. Thanks for that. But they're ugly, yeah. Anyway, we're an hour and 8, so I'm probably going to wind this up because it's work tomorrow and I'm exhausted, really. I need to go and get some sleep. But I want to say again, huge thanks to anyone who entered the competition because you're the guys that did the hard work. Really, they're all awesome videos. You all pushed yourself. I really enjoyed all of them. There was nothing there that didn't give me some inspiration or a laugh or some grudging admiration on some level. So I really enjoyed those. And big channels who did enter, that's awesome. Presso, thanks heaps. Tommy Gun Machining, thanks heaps for entering. You're a big channel now. Maddie's Workshop, big channel now. AIDS Workshop, big channel now. You passed me ages ago, all of you. Anyway. Yeah, you take that in your stride, Matt. Go and check out Maddie's channel and Maddie's new milling machine. If you're interested in woodworking, go and check out Craig. He's finished his bandsaw. It's now time to make a workbench, and that's going to be an awesome video. How many views did you get on your Rotary Broach video, Tom? Anyway, procrastinated this enough. I managed to drag you on for 40 minutes without announcing winners, which is great. And go and watch something else or go to bed or whatever happens. And thanks, guys, for the amazing community and everything you've done. And we'll organise some prizes. Get in touch with me. If I haven't got your address, get in touch with me. And congratulations, Go Create. You didn't actually tell us whether you had decided on Teflon rings or cast iron. That's not a bad effort, Maddie. Oh, halfway between. That's awesome. And look forward to seeing more about that, Nigel, in another video. Anyway, I'm out. Take care. Be kind to each other, especially to me. And thanks for tuning in. Really enjoyed that. We've still got 34 now. Didn't quite get to 50, but really enjoyed it. Had fun. And not going to promise about next year. Promise. Not yet, anyway. We'll see ya.